Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Drago. So we're back with another chapter of Fairy Tale 100-Year Quest, chapter 65. At Edolas is the name of the chapter. So again, spoilers for the chapter and the previous chapter, and a 100-Year Quest if you haven't read that at all. Beginning in this chapter, we really don't get anything eventful happening again. Besides the fact that we're in Edolas now, no big conflict or whatever. It's still just kind of, well, what's happening? We don't know what's happening. What's going on here? And a lot of, oh, here's the characters from Edolas. Here they're back again. See them a little bit older, whatnot, all that. So the cover for this chapter is very cute. It's Lucy and Natsu's kid and Gray and Juvia's kid on the cover. Really, really cute. Amazing. And Loki, I kind of love Nashi's like little scarf that she's got on with the freaking flames on it. Similar to like Natsu's scarf. It's awesome looking. And I like that Gray's kid is kind of awkward looking. He's kind of wearing that same jacket that he kind of wore at the beginning of the series. It's cool. So the beginning of the chapter just kind of recaps the events of Edolas. It just kind of goes over that whole arc again. Of course, if you're probably reading 100-Year Quest, you probably have already read Fairy Tale or watched Fairy Tale, so you probably know what's already going on here. So it's kind of self-explanatory. I suppose if you just picked up 100-Year Quest, it's for those people, but it does go over the events of Edolas again, and it's like told through Lucy's perspective and whatnot. And then the chapter actually opens with Edolas Lucy and regular Lucy. So Edolas Lucy is talking about, oh, this fits you perfectly, and we see it is Edolas Lucy giving regular Lucy her clothes from Edolas, like the Edolas arc. During that time, she gives her clothes that she wore during that time. So it's kind of funny because you get to see regular Lucy and Edolas Lucy's outfit, but then Edolas Lucy's in the new outfit. But then the current Lucy right now has her new hairdo compared to when they both had the same hairdo back in the Edolas arc. It's cool to see. And it is interesting, we went back to the original manga outfit for Edolas Lucy, not the anime outfit, because the anime outfit like completely covered up the like stomach and chest, and the manga version did not. So 100-Year Quest went back to the manga version. So that's quite interesting as well. They are hardcore trying to set up Natsu and Lucy's relationship in this. Like, Edolas Lucy talks about how she got together with Natsu and how they eventually got married and whatnot. She's basically saying, Lucy, you're gonna get with Natsu, all that. So, Lucy's kind of freaking out, like, oh, no. But, like, she can kind of see between the two. You know what's happening. You know what's going down. Like, she's actually genuinely shocked that Natsu and Lucy aren't dating in the regular world, which their little chat ends with Edolas Lucy saying, the regular Lucy, we're doing well, and I'm sure you two will as well. And, like, she's just like, fine, all right. So then we cut over to Natsu and Nashi, and it's very regular Natsu and Nashi. So it's kind of cute. Like, he's going up to her and like, can you breathe fire? Can you do that? Like, he thinks like the Edolas Natsu is a dragon slayer, which she's not, which she wouldn't breathe fire. She's just a regular girl. It's kind of funny. But then you have Gray's kid, which I have genuinely no idea how to freaking pronounce Gray's kid's name. I know Nashi just because everyone says it, but Gray's kid is looking at Nashi, and Natsu gets hardcore defensive. He becomes like protective daddo. But I just skipped over a part. I didn't realize this, but Gray's kid was actually looking at Gray and being like, "Why are you stripping? Like, what you doing, man?" Like, and then Wendy says to Gray, like, I wonder what you and Juvia, if you had a kid, what that would be like. And then Gray's just looking at the Gray's kid in Edolas, and he's like, he's too cute. Oh my goodness. Edolas, Gray, and Juvia ask Gray about regular Juvia, and Gray just responds, well, there's actually 3, because there was like another version of Juvia in my world, which we got 2 Juvias, but Yeah, she's crazy. So that's when you get to Gray's kid looking at Nashi, and Nashi waving back. It's really, really cute, really adorable between these two. And that's when you get Gray and Natsu fighting regular Gray, regular Natsu. Gosh, this is going to be confusing during Edolas, having to distinguish between the two. But Natsu's like, why are you looking at my kid? Why are you doing this? What are you doing? Gray's like, why are you being so loud? You're going to scare my kid. What are you doing? What are you doing? And Wendy's just like, what were you two fighting over? These aren't even your kids. Like, they look like you. They basically are you, but they're not your kids. Like, stop fighting. You were stupid. You get Happy and Carla just kind of wondering about like the Exceeds in Edolas and wondering if the people there miss them, which then it says Edolas Wendy says it's not true, we miss you guys, and she hugs them and whatnot. Okay, cool. So then you get Erza wondering why she wouldn't want to meet herself in Edolas again, which from last chapter I thought that was the weirdest question. Why are we not going to want to meet Erza again? Spoilers for later on in this chapter. It's kind of a joke. It isn't anything bad. Erza's talking with some of the Edolas versions of Fairy Tail, and she's like, feeling very comfortable talking with them, like she's talking to her world's counterparts of them. But it touches on something, honestly, the series really hasn't touched on. So they say, looking at Erza, that when they look at her, they have almost resentment and hatred because that version of Erza and Edolas killed a lot of their members, which they said they're sure that if you were in the capital or their version of Erza looked at Edolas Fairy Tail, she would probably have that same resentment because they killed a bunch of people in the capital. So it's kind of interesting because you do kind of have this little revenge, kind of not forgiving each other kind of thing. But then it just kind of spins on a happy head, I guess, because it was, the war's over now, let's just get over it. Almost like they were going to do a cycle of revenge, but they're just like, just give it up, just give it up. So then we get to actual Edolas, like the royal capital. And oh boy, they rebuilt the capital. Like, that capital looks mighty crazy. Like, there's some parts of it that it's like, does this even physically make sense? I mean, it's a different world, so it probably doesn't, but whatever, who cares? Because manga. So they're all going there to go see Mystigan. And you get to see them all reminiscing in the capital, bringing back memories, and be like, oh, the last time we were here was a war, and it wasn't so pretty, and wow, they really built everything back. It's kind of funny because Erza doesn't want to be recognized, so she's just wearing like this poncho and like sombrero, and she's like the most freaking modestly dressed ever. It's kind of cute. They're all excited about going to see Mystigan, which is actually cool to see Mystigan. Mystigan has been out for forever. Oh my goodness, he has. He's like one of the few Fairy Tail members that's like, he's like the only Fairy Tail member that's out. He left the guild. So this is where you get to meet more people we saw in the past. You meet Hughes, Sugar Boy, and Coco, and they are all definitely older now. Like Sugar Boy's got like kind of like a beard going on. Hughes has like longer hair. And as a quick thing here, they were wondering why they could just waltz into the capital with no one stopping them. I guess like they don't have much crime there at all, so they don't see any need for defense. And no one would be ballsy enough to just walk into the capital, like no problem. But Sugar Boy's trying to give everyone nicknames and whatnot. But a cool reappearance is Coco. Coco, she's a lot older now. She's got a lot longer hair. Of course, she immediately goes up to Lucy and starts calling her princess. It's really cute. You get Gray wondering why the heck she's calling her princess. Wendy wondering about the chest. And then you get to see Byro, and then they're like, we want to see Mystigan, we have problems we need to talk about, and then we go see Mystigan and whatnot. Which, Mystigan, looking pretty good. Got a little bit longer hair, I feel. Got a cool looking outfit there. They're all excited, they're all calling him Mystigan, which, of course, his name isn't actually Mystigan, it is still technically Jalal. Which this is where you get the intro of Edolas Erza, and this is where you realize, oh, she's not scary, it's just being played for a joke. Which she's all mad. You dare invoke the Majesty's name, what gives you the right to say it. The thing about Erza now, Edolas Erza, is she's basically a maid because she feels like she did such crimes that she has to serve the king, like practically like foot and mouth and everything. Which she doesn't really have to. She's still a military commander, but I don't know what's up with all the maid get up. It's just kind of maybe a guilt thing, so she feels like she has to serve. So this is really cute. Mystican, it still looks and sounds exactly like Jalal. It says Erza. Nightwalker says Sir. Erza's like immediately draws her attention to Jalal and just says yes. It's you know what's going on here. Which he even has to correct himself. He's like, oh, sorry, not both Erzas, I mean Nightwalker. Which then he's just like, don't be so violent with our guests, Edolas Erza. Just stop. And this is where you get to how kind of weird Edolas Erza is. She's on the floor begging for forgiveness, and she's just like, you could punch me however you want. Just I'm sorry. But you get to her to be eventually, His Majesty's enemies are my enemies, his friends are my friends. Yeah. Then you get jokes about that if he fell for her, or are they in love and whatnot. And he's like, it's complicated, just stop. Jalal is just like, just stop. So now you get them fully talking about why they're still in Edolas. Like, there is nothing with anima going on. He doesn't know any way that they could have been summoned from Edolas, so it had to have been an outside source. And then you get the big reveal of, so I'm sorry if I butchered this, Entra, the Transcendental Magic World. I'm sorry if I butchered that. Entra. Basically, it is caused by the moon dragon god Silene. Because she can cross into different dimensions, I guess, whatever. And that was the end of the chapter. So I guess thoughts on this. Nothing really big happens here. It's just more intros of people. You get the little intro reveal at the end, but does it really mean anything? I don't know yet. I still have no idea where we're going here. It's really fun to see everyone back. Mystican, the Royal Knights, Fairy Tale. It was really kind of cool to see the parent moments with Natsu and Lucy, and the little interaction between Edolas, Lucy, and regular Lucy, and Natsu and Nashi. Very great. So yeah, I'm excited to see what's to come, and leave your thoughts below. See you later.